Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mareike, I live in Germany and I'm so happy that you're here on my second knitting podcast, edition February 2025. Well, February has been a busy knitting month for me and I have 3 finished objects to show you today, as well as some whips or freshly cast-ons. So let's get started. So today I am wearing my Salty Day sweater by Kutovakika and I have to say I absolutely love this one. I knitted it back in June or July 2024 and I have been wearing it a lot. I absolutely love it. I chose this vibrant blue turquoise color which makes it an absolute statement piece. It features this structured texture details all over the sweater, which makes it quite interesting and elegant. For this project I choose a wool which is like a German brand. I think it's called Woolly Hugs Charity, and I think it's a kind of a baby wool, so you can use it for baby garments, which makes it so cozy and comfortable to wear, but also easy to take care of. I really enjoy how the texture of the sweater adds dimension without being too complicated to knit. It's one of those pieces that works effortlessly with different outfits, and the bright color just makes me happy every time I wear it. My first finished object this month is the Stripe Hype sweater by Kutovakika. This is such a cool and modern, sporty sweater and I absolutely love how my version turned out. I made a small modification to the original pattern. I choose to use only 3 contrast colors instead of 5. This makes my version a little less bold, which I really like because I know I'll wear it more often. The color combination still creates a nice contrast, but it feels a bit more wearable for everyday outfits. I knitted mine in shades of blue and turquoise using a cotton merino blend from Drops, which makes it perfect for transitional seasons and layering because it's both warming and breathable. I'm really looking forward to wearing this. Unfortunately, I got sick just when I finished that sweater, so I couldn't really wear it being outside, just one day at home, but that's not the same, you know. And I managed to finish it just before our holiday, which is starting next week, so I'm really looking forward to wearing it. The pattern itself is super enjoyable to knit. The stripes are so addictive. You just want to knit one more stripe and before you know it, you made way more progress than expected. It's one of those projects that keeps you motivated the whole way through. I also like the twisted rib details and the colors at the edge. I also shortened mine by 1 stripe in the main color, which gives it a more cropped fit because I know that's the way I like my sweaters. Yeah, if you like striped and sporty sweaters, you should definitely check out the Stripe Hype sweater by Kutovakika. So the second finished piece for February is my first men's sweater ever. It's this classic Raglan sweater which I made of this rustic tweed wool. And I originally wanted to do it classic and just in one color, but sometimes the best design choices happen by accident. So when we went to the yarn store, I was actually the one planning to buy yarn. But in the end, my husband was the only one who got yarn, because he found a great sale. He picked out a beautiful green tweed, but unfortunately, there was one skein missing to have enough for the whole sweater. The only matching tweed available was in yellow, so we took that as well. So at first I wasn't sure how to incorporate the yellow, but then I decided to add 3 sporty stripes on the sleeves. And now I actually love it even more than I would have without him. I made this out of Lana Grossa country tweed in the color green petrol or something, and I made this on a 6mm needle, so actually I was able to finish cast on and finish the sweater in about 10 days, which makes it one of my quickest knits, I think, even it's a man's sweater. So I'm quite proud of it, and my husband likes wearing it too. It's quite warm for the weather here in Germany now, but I'm pretty sure he will wear it next autumn and winter. So my third finished object this month is this experimental stash busting vest. I had a lot of Drops Lima leftover skeins from my last Fair Isle project last month, and I decided to try something, and I used 2 strands of Drops Lima on 6mm needles, and to create this quite thick fabric for the vest. And then I added these I-cord edges on 4.5mm needles and with just 1 strand of Drops Lima. And just because it's a Stashbuster vest, I used different colors, so literally just the colors I had left over, and I'm not 100% pleased with this one. As you maybe can see, the I-cord edges are not perfect. This side is quite nice actually, whereas the other one rolls in like big time, and I can't really tell why that is. So I think it has to do something with the direction the I-cord is knitted. I started in the back, and then I knitted this side top down, then all the way around, and the other side is knitted bottom up. So the I-cord is kind of the other way around, and maybe that's the reason why it rolls in that much. Actually, I haven't washed and blocked this one yet, so I'm pretty positive that the blocking does a little bit of magic here, and maybe it will look better afterwards. But I can keep you posted. It's just, as I said, it was stash busting, and I had fun knitting it. I'm planning to wear this over t-shirts or long sleeve just when I want to add a little bit of warmth and coziness. Alright, so let's get to my work in progress. The first whip I'm gonna show you is my weekend hat by PetiteKnit. You may recognize this from the last podcast episode because I started this in January and I also worked on it in January. But this is my travel project, so I usually just work on this one while I travel, and that's why I didn't get that far. I think I did like this part here in February, so I managed to complete the whole brim. This beanie has a double folded brim, so this is what it's gonna look like, and I'm just about to start the main head part there. I like how it turned out so far. It's quite stretchy and nice. I think it will be perfect for my hat. I had some bad experiences knitting hats in the past, just because my cast on edge tends to be quite narrow, so I usually can feel the cast on edge wearing the hat, and I think I did a better job on that one, and I'm looking forward to finish this in February, actually in March. I'm knitting it out of Double Sunday by Sandnes Garn in the PetiteKnit colorway. My second work in progress is my Maggie cardigan by PetiteKnit. I'm knitting this out of Knitting for Olive Merino and their soft silk mohair in the colorway Dusty Agua. I can show you a picture of me wearing it. I was able to separate the sleeves from the body and just finish the body part. I really like the shoulder construction on this one, but it's a quite slow knit just because it's on 3.5mm needles, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the mohair, but I'm not reaching towards this project so often, so I just knit now and then a little bit. I'm pretty sure I will like the finished cardigan, but it's just one of these long-term projects, and I'm totally fine with that. So my next work in progress is this one. It is a heavily modified Moby Sweater Man by PetiteKnit. So this is gonna be the second sweater for my husband. He found the yarn weeks ago in a yarn store. It's Rico Design Essentials. It's tweed and it's a mix of wool and acrylic. I'm knitting this on a 3.5mm needle to hit gauge, and he wanted to have this honeycomb stitch in the middle part here. So the original Moby sweater has like this diamond structure, and he wanted the honeycomb stitch, so I really had to adapt the whole pattern, even because it's, yeah, my yarn is much thinner than the suggested wool in the pattern. I managed to knit one skein, so this is the back panel. You can see it like this. And in the next step, I'm going to pick up stitches on the shoulder parts to knit the shoulder separately flat, and then I'm going to join them in the front and continue knitting the front panel, and I'm going to join everything in the round when I reached the part under the armholes. Yeah, this was on hold for a while, so I was really keen on trying out the pattern and the structure, but then I don't know, put it away and started something else. But it is still a work in progress, and so I wanted to show you this one. So my final work in progress is something that I'm so excited about. It's the Olga sweater by PetiteKnit, and I'm knitting this out of Sandnes Garn per Gynt. I ordered this online because I really wanted to try it out, and I chose these gorgeous colors. I'm gonna show you some pictures here so you can see it better. It's one tweed, like grayish tweed with blue sparkles in it, and then I went for the really bright blue one. It seems like I'm going through a bluish phase at the moment, and I also have like a striped phase because you may know the Olga sweater is also a striped piece. It is knitted the same way than the Moby sweater. Like I just said, you start with the back panel, which is this one here, and then you do German short rows to do the increases here, and then you add the shoulder parts, and then you join it together. So I just joined the two shoulder parts together. This is how far I got so far. I think it looks stunning. Just the colors are gorgeous, and I really like the shorter or the smaller stripes in comparison to the stripe hype sweater. Per Gynt by Sandnes Garn is a yarn that I wanted to try out for so long. It feels like it's, I don't know, it's this rustic, maybe untreated Norwegian wool. It is not, it's a non-superwash yarn, and you totally can feel this when you knit with it. I love knitting with it, but it's not soft, let's say it this way. So I'm quite nervous about how it's gonna be when the sweater is finished. I'm a bit sensitive to itchiness when it comes to the neck part here. Yeah, so let's see how this feels once it's finished and blocked and washed and everything. I had a really hard time picking the perfect colors for this project because I was browsing online and yeah, looking at other people's Olga sweaters, and there are so many nice color combinations out there. I was tempted to go with like red or pink, but then I found this tweed and I immediately fell in love with it. I think it's so nice that there are these blue sprinkles in it, and then I went for the blue because I think blue is quite a cool color for me, and I love wearing jeans and just white sneakers, so this one should go very well with that outfit. So guys, I think that was it for today's episode. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to check out my Instagram if you want to be like more updated with my knitting. I regularly post there on my whips and yeah, what I'm doing. So feel free to check it out. You can find my profile in the description below. And I also gonna link my Ravelry page. I'm where you can see all of my projects and all of the details like the colorways and everything I maybe didn't mention in this video. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!